Very good, friends. Hi, Doc South here. I just wanted to talk up something that's coming to Rutherfurd Hall over in Alamucci, Route 517. Let's see if I got this right. It's going to be, well, let me show you this. Hold on a minute. Can you see this? It may be a little hard to see. Do you see that band? Okay, that's a New Orleans jazz band. I'm not sure. It looks like it's Eddie Petit's jazz band. I don't know necessarily any details about it, but look at those guys. Yeah, they came to play when. Well, they may have come to drink too, and make a few bucks, but mostly they came to play. Some of that jazz, if you can find it on record, it's wild, absolutely wild stuff. The trouble is, it comes off as tame because recording wasn't quite at its pinnacle, shall we say. It was just getting started back in the day, and I think some of those bands, even though they had drummers, you often didn't hear the drummers in the on the recording because the drums would somehow mess up the microphone. You know, a guy'd start pounding on the drums and the mic would go berserk. Took a while for technology to figure that out. They used to use banjos for rhythm, at least for their recordings. And the stuff sounds kind of far off and distant. Rest assured, if you were in the club where those guys were playing, earplugs would probably be necessary after a while. Wild, wild stuff. And that was New Orleans. Chicago had the same scene. Like here's the guys from the Austin High Gang. These were guys that as high school students would hang outside of speakeasies and beg the bouncer to let them in. And yet they were teenagers. Yeah, they were like sophomores in high school. And he'd have to go talk to Big Al and see if those kids could come in. Hey, those kids that like the jazz are here again? Yeah, let them in. God, just tell them they can't have anything to drink. Give them a soda or something. Keep them off in the corner. Then pretty soon those kids were playing at the club. Right. So, yeah, it was wild times. Wild times. Well, that sound's going to be recreated at Rutherfurd Hall. Let's see. Oh, I'd love to see this. Sunday, February 17th, 3 p.m. Tickets $30 in advance, $35 at the door. They're going to have David Ostwald's, I believe that's right, David Ostwald's Louis Armstrong Eternity Band. Now, Louis Armstrong, you know what I like too about this band? They aren't calling him Louis. Louis Armstrong liked to be called Louis. Yes. Okay. So they're, honoring this one of jazz greats. Of course, Louis Armstrong did more than his share of New Orleans jazz shows. I'm sure he was up in Chicago a few times too. A train went there from both cities. New Orleans went to Chicago. Chicago went to New Orleans. But so this, you'll be so in for a treat. Early jazz, 20s and 30s jazz, and it's going to be played to where you can hear it like it sounded back in the day. They've got just all the musicians are listed on the flyer. If you go to the website, just look up Rutherfurd Hall and you search around a bit, you'll see the lowdown on David Ostwald's band. And I think you're in for a treat. Okay, so it's just wild speakeasy stuff, and I think you're going to have yourself a time. Evidently, David's won a number of awards, and he's brought. Well, I think he plays jazz tuba. You say jazz tuba? Oh yeah. Drummers, they got some drummers, and I think even a banjo player too. So it's going to be wild. It's going to be something to see. Okay, that's Route 517 Alamucci, right near where Route 80 crosses Route 517. You know Rutherfurd Hall. Brought to you by, Mama's Cafe Bocce, Panther Valley Pharmacy. Panther Valley Pharmacy, you can get tickets at Mama's Cafe Bocce or Panther Valley Pharmacy. Let's see, I have a phone number. You can call Rutherfurd Hall. Here it is, 908-852 1894. That's 852-1894, extension 338. $30 a person in advance, $35 at the door. Starts at 3, I guess goes till about 5, or I guess till the cops come. I imagine many of those gigs ended when the cops came. Yes, back in the day. Of course, everyone will be fine. I don't think anyone's going off to a lineup after going to Rutherfurd Hall. Again, Ed Coyne, WRNJ, again, helping with all this. Heath Village, Panther Valley Pharmacy helping. Weiss Supermarkets evidently providing some light refreshments. All in all, you can't go wrong. Again, 908-852-1894, extension 338. And I can almost guarantee you're going to have a wild time. But it'd be really great. You know, a lot of times those bands, I don't think they could do this at Rutherfurd Hall, but a lot of those bands would sometimes, they'd stand up and march out of the club and go into another club, playing and marching and playing, and try to draw the crowd out of the other club into the club they were originally playing at. Forget what they called that, but it was something they did. And it had to be a wild time to see. Oh my gosh, I guess. So anyway, there you go. I think you're in for a treat. See you later, friends. Thank you, Ed. Good luck with this, and God bless everyone. We'll see you. Bye now.